Good night, guys. Good night, guys. It's me, Arati Gopal Nepal, and I am back. So, in this, as you know, this is a playlist where I will be improving my English speaking skills by talking about Flutter. So, today I'm going to read this whole blog. This how much I can. I will make 20-minute video. So, let's get started. FAQ Introduction. This page collects some common questions asked about Flutter. You might also check out the following specialized FAQs: Web FAQ, Performance FAQ. So it might be boring because I will just read these things out, but it's my practice, so never mind. What is Flutter? Flutter is Google's portable UI toolkit for crafting beautiful, natively compiled applications for mobile, web, and desktop from a single code base. Flutter works with Flutter works with existing code, is used by developers and organizations around the world, and is free and open source. Who is Flutter for? For users, Flutter makes beautiful app come to life. For developer, Flutter lowers the bar to entry for building apps. It speeds app development and reduces the cost and complexity of app production across platforms. For designer, Flutter provides a canvas for high-end user experience. Fast Company described Flutter as one of the top design idea of the decade for its ability to turn concept into production without the compromises imposed by typical framework. It also acts as a productive prototyping tool with drag and drop tools like Flutterflow and web-based IDE like Zap. For engineering managers and businesses, Flutter allow the unification of app developers into a single mobile, web, and desktop app team, building branched app for multiple platforms of single code base. Flutter speeds feature development and synchronizes research schedules across the entire custom base. How much development experience do I need to use Flutter? Flutter is approachable, approachable, approachable. से pronounce कैसे लाए? Approach, approachable to programmers familiar with object-oriented concepts, classes, methods, variable etc., and imperative programming concepts. Imperative programming concepts and imperative programming concepts, loops, condition etc. We have seen little experienced programmers who have learned and developed app using Flutter. Now let's begin with what kind of app we can build using Flutter. Flutter is designed to support mobile apps that run on both Android and iOS, as well as interactive app which can run on both web and the desktop. I am closing my eyes because dry eyes that need to deliver higher branded design are particularly well suited for Flutter. Apps that needs to deliver high branded designs are particularly well suited for Flutter. However, you can also create pixel perfect experiences that match the Android and iOS design language with Flutter. Flutter package ecosystem supports a Flutter package ecosystem supports a wide variety of hardware such as camera, GPS, network, storage, and services such as payments, cloud storage, authentication, and ads. Who makes Flutter? Flutter is an open source project with contributions from Google and other companies and individuals who uses Flutter. Developer inside and outside of Google use Flutter to build beautiful natively compiled app for to build beautiful developer inside and outside of Google use Flutter to build beautiful natively compiled app for iOS and Android. To learn some of these app, visits this showcase. Let me blink for a few times to avoid dry eyes. Okay. What makes Flutter unique? Flutter is different than most other options for building mobile apps because it doesn't rely on web browser technology nor the set of widgets that ship with each device. Instead, Flutter uses its own high-performance rendering engine to draw widget. In addition, Flutter is different because it only has a thin layer of C++ code. Flutter implements Flutter implements most of its system composition, gesture, animation, framework, widget, etc. in Dart, a modern, concise, object-oriented language that developers can easily approach, read, change, replace, or remove. This gives developers tremendous this gives developers tremendous control over the system as well as significant. Let me search it. Significant.
Significantly.
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 Significantly. Okay. Significantly lower the bar to approachability. Lowers the bar to approachability for the majority of the system. Should I build my next production app with Flutter? Flutter 1 Flutter 1 was launched on December 4, 2018, Flutter 2 on March 3rd, 2021, and Flutter 3 on March 10th, 2023. As of May 2023, over 1 million apps have been shipped using Flutter to many thousands or millions of devices. Check out some of the means does this mean there are 1 million app or total 1 million times app has been downloaded? I don't know. As of May 2023, over 1 million apps has been shipped using Flutter to many hundreds of millions of devices. Check out some sample apps in the showcase. Flutter ships updates on roughly quarterly cadence that improve stability and performance and address commonly requested user feature. So now I gonna read up to here last. Then I will tell myself what does Flutter provide? What is in what is inside the Flutter SDK? Flutter SDK includes heavy optimized mobile first 2D rendering engine with excellent support for text. Okay. Modern React style framework. Okay. Rich set of widget implementing material design and iOS style. API for unit and integration tests, interrupt and plugin API to connect this to the system and third-party SDK, headless test runner for running tests on Windows, Linux, and Macs, Flutter tape tools Dart tape, also called Dart tape tools for testing, debugging, and profiling your app, command line tools for creating, building, testing, and compiling your apps. Does Flutter work with any editor or IDE? We provide plugin for VS Code, Android Studio, and IntelliJ IDE. See editor configuration for setup details and VS Code and Android Studio / IntelliJ for tips on how to use the plugin. Alternate, alternatively, you can use Flutter command from terminal along with one of the many editors that support editing Dart. So guys, Okay. So guys, that was my reading of these talks, and now I will explain myself what Flutter is. Oh, is there any privacy thing which I need to hide? No, there is no privacy. Okay, what is Flutter? What is Flutter? First, what is Flutter? Flutter is a class platform mobile. No, it's not mobile app development tool. Flutter is a class. Flutter is a cross-platform UI. Okay, I will say mobile because Flutter is a class. Flutter is a cross. Flutter is a cross-platform mobile. Flutter is a cross-platform UI development kit from which you can design UI for web, desktop, Android and iOS from this single code base. It was developed from the Google and is open source. Till now there is Flutter 3 launched. Flutter uses Dart as its programming language. Flutter is Flutter is amazing. What other can I tell? So my experience of working of Flutter is that compared to like native, we can develop fully customizable UI from the Flutter. Uh, like Flutter works on algorithm where Flutter just asks the device to provide a canvas. So if you are using Android, Flutter only asks Android for a canvas, and inside that canvas, Flutter will design the paintings. What does it means that using Flutter we can customize every pixel on the screen, and using the same code base we can using the same code base we can build applications for, as I've already said, mobile, web, desktop. Flutter app code community support. Okay, one for 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Let me Google. Okay, Flutter has something covered state management, and my favorite state management is Riverpod because I don't like GetX much. Regarding provider is also great, but change notifier is not that great. And regarding block uses provider and okay, guys, I got 2 minutes and I don't know what to. Oh my god, I must be opening this browser, not that. Let's watch YouTube. My history. Look what I watch. Humor to Flutter, my favorite song. Yama Yama Buddha. And will I got copyright if I will I get copyright if I scroll YouTube? Scroll YouTube. I don't know, guys. I got 50 more seconds. So, guys, I'm a Flutter developer. I use Flutter to develop mobile apps. So I mostly develop apps for Android, but I am interested on developing Mac apps. So that's all for today. Thank you. Video बंद गर्छु same time 5 4 3 2 1